Morning, folks. Hoo-wee. It's only, let's see, the light's on in here. It's only about noon and it's already about 1,000,000 degrees. I got my truck. Should bring it down here actually, but I'm gonna do it at the house. I got bad U-joints in the front end, four-wheel drive, and in the axle. I just realized, crawled underneath there and looked, and I just realized that in the front drive line for the four-wheel drive, there's 3 U-joints. Well, I only got 2, so I'm gonna have to run back to town and go get a third one. I think I'm gonna pull them out first and make sure that the ones I got are the right ones. The ones in the wheel axles, they are absolutely 100% completely shot. They do turn when you're driving, even though I'm not in four-wheel drive. And they're making all sorts of noise. They're clicking. Probably won't get to those today, but I need to do that very, very soon. The ones in the drive line, those are easy. I can yank those out. There's, I think, 4 bolts in the back and probably 4 in the front too. They're smaller though. But I'm supposed to have some company coming here today. If I get the one in the drive line, I'll be happy. I just this morning on my calendar I read it wrong. That beef show I thought was at 9 a.m. So I come down and I watered last night and I plowed it up this morning and nobody showed up. So I looked at my calendar again. Well, it says I looked at the wrong one. I looked at the car races at 9. The beef show wasn't until noon. Well, it's 11:30 or almost 1:45 right now and nobody's there. There's some folks coming down to ride horses and a mule in the barn. So I just had to make a phone call, make sure that beef show wasn't going to happen, and they did cancel it, but I didn't know that. So these folks are fine. They got the arena all to themselves. It's all watered and plowed, ready to go. What a pretty day, but it is hot. These U-joints are terrible bad. Look at that. But the ones in the axle are even worse. But to get to those ones, I gotta take everything right here off. It's wheel bearings and a whole bunch of other stuff. If I can get the ones on this little four-wheel drive axle done, I mean, this one back here is shot too. But get those done today, I'll be happy. Although I didn't know there's 3 of them. One there, and then one in the front. They didn't tell me that at the parts house either. Usually they tell me there's 3 in that front drive line. The ones in the back drive line, they're good and solid. They're doing good, but these ones, the front drive line should not really turn unless I'm in four-wheel drive. The ones in the axle hubs, wheel hubs, I think they do. And they've been clicking really loud. I need to fix those, because what'll happen is it'll take out my seals if nothing else. Well, anyway, fun stuff. Get that out of there. Yeah, look at that. Look how much play there is. That should not be that way. Whoever thought that U-joints that can't be greased was a good idea. Look at the rust on those posts. Surprisingly enough, though, this one and that side, they're very solid still. Those feel good. But, I mean, these, look at the amount of mud in there. They're the bearing caps. This one has bone dry, rusty bearings. This one doesn't have any bearings at all. You can't grease these. I mean, they're going to last for so long, and that's all you're going to get out of them. You can't add any grease. This one here, look at that right there. Well, I can't get it to move now, but it is shot. This one on the end actually feels pretty good, but I need to run to town and go get another one and replace them all while I'm doing it. I don't want to have to crawl under there and do this again anytime soon. But what a pain in the butt. These little clips, they're all rusted in place. So give them all a little shot of oil while I'm going to town after that other one. Like I say, I don't know why their computer or anything didn't say that this driveline has 3 and not just 2. I was expecting just one on either end. But that ain't the case. Ah, what a pain. Then these back here, these ones have 2 little, they're metric 8mm bolt heads on them. Those are real easy to get to. These ones here, there's not enough room to put a socket on there. I had to use an end wrench to get these out, which really wasn't hard. They weren't stuck or anything, but they sure could have been easier. Let's see, I gotta roll this and get the other side yet. You know, on something like your driveline, these U-joints, they're underneath the truck. They're going to get wet. They're going to get muddy. They're going to get rusty. All that road salt they put in there in the wintertime, they have got to be able to get grease. If you can't get grease to them, they're not going to last. I suppose if you're making and selling U-joints, that's a good thing. You probably don't want them to last, but that's kind of almost underhanded business practice to make something that you know is not going to last, that is going to cause problems, that you have to buy another one. I mean, if that's your business to sell them, then that's, I guess, maybe understandable, but whatever happened to pride and quality, you know? I mean, if you have the reputation of the longest lasting U-joints out there, you don't need to replace them, hardly ever. I think you're going to sell just as many as the guy that they're junk and they don't last and people don't buy them anymore. I don't know. You know, the thing of it is, this truck is a 2001, and I really doubt it, but it is possible that these could be the original U-joints. I really don't think so, but I mean, I have no way to know. Grease them or don't grease them. Maybe they would last about the same, but I got a hard time believing that. I would think that anything that you're able to put a little grease to and take care of, you would think would last a little longer. And then I bought some, the two I bought for the drive line. Man, I'll tell you what, they got some weird grease fittings. I've never seen any like this before. Hold on, I'll go grab one. So this is the one that I bought for the front drive line, or not drive line, the axle. And I replaced it with this fitting. That's a standard grease zerk. You put the grease gun tip over and pump it full of grease. I like the fact that it's on the end cap. Most of the time they're back in here. Sometimes they're really hard to get to because these flex and there's just not enough room. On the end of the cap, it's going to be right there, easy to get to. But I replaced it and bought some of these. Of course, it's got to be metric. I had some 1/4 inch ones, but they wouldn't work. And that's what I replaced it with, the kind that has a little ball on the end. Look at this one. I've never seen one like that. How are you supposed to grease that? I asked the guy at the auto parts store if there's some special tool that you just put against there and pump it full of grease, or just what the deal is. He'd never seen any. Didn't know how to do it either. You might be able to use a grease needle, but I mean, what a pain in the butt. Why have that? That's not a grease fitting. This is a grease fitting. So, luckily, they just unscrew and thread back in, so I added a different one that I can grease. But, like I said, I don't know who thought up this idea of having grease fittings that you can't grease, or U-joints that you can't grease. Maybe they last longer, maybe they don't, but either way, it makes you feel better that you're at least trying to make them last. See, that one at least has grease in it. The roller bearings and things look okay. It's just the outside, well, the other edges that weren't any good. That's got grease in it. Compared to that, I can say why. Why not make it so they last? No pride in quality at all. So this new one, at least it has a grease fitting. I'd rather they were on the end, but these ones aren't made that way. They got very little grease in them from the factory. Oh, let's see. Probably I want that direction. Regular old socket works pretty good for this. Sometimes it messes up your socket a little though. Look at this, folks. We got rain. I'm only not even half done though. But I'll take it. I'll be happy to hold off while it rains. Lily's a little afraid of the thunder though. Anyway, this setup here, I've never really messed with anything like this before. It's kind of a pain. I'll show you here. Seems like there was a similar deal on a truck I had back in the 80s, but I don't remember. And I'm getting it out of there. This is almost pushed in all the way, and this cap's out. press out that one. I can do it the other way, but this was in the center of it. This little ball thing that goes in there. It's going to be real fun to probably put that back together and get everything lined up. It goes into this socket there. Say, I don't remember ever having to deal with one like these before. What's the matter, Lily? You stressed out. You don't like this thunder. Come on, let's go up to the house. Come on. Well, anyway, folks, I'm going to let this rain pass and see you tomorrow. This ain't very exciting stuff anyway. Now, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye.